Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a little wrap up of the best books, I guess, I read in 2024. Full transparency, last year was not a good reading year for me. It honestly was just not a good year entirely. I don't want to get into too many specifics, but mentally it was just a very hard year. I started a new job in a new industry and all that went with that. I just felt like I could not focus at all. I would start books. I would read some 50%, and then I would just get busy or not want to read for weeks on end, doom scrolling, binge watching shows. I feel like I needed more mindless things to occupy my time because, again, it was just not a good year. I also started therapy this past year, which was honestly the best thing I could have done for myself, and it has really helped. Anyways, I'm just going to go through all the books I read. Again, I did not read a lot of books, but these books kind of stood out because A, I finished them. Big win there. B, I felt like they were fun. They kept my interest. So yeah, I feel like these were good ones. So the first book on the list is There by Tommy Orange. Me and my partner listened to the audiobook on the way back from Atlanta on one of our trips. I specifically selected this book because my partner is into Native American Indigenous studies right now. I wanted to select a book that he would also enjoy. It's a fairly short audiobook, about 8 hours, maybe 6 to 8 hours. So in this book, we are taken through the lives of a couple different characters. Their lives are kind of intertwined in a way that they are all on their way to a very big powwow in San Francisco, like that area, the Bay Area. So we are different generations. We're taken through all of that. The reason why I felt like I enjoyed this book, it's because all their stories, trying to piece them all together. I'm a very analytical thinker. So I feel like I love that part. I love this story fits with this one or this person. You're gonna see how both of their stories or their lives cross in some way. Tommy did a great job at showing how communities, although they're kind of separated in ways, in a lot of ways, they're still connected. So the next two books I want to mention together because from the same author, Funny Story by Emily Henry and Happy Place by Emily Henry. So Happy Place, I feel like I read this one back in, I want to say it was February or January. It was probably the first read of 2024 for me. It's a fast read. It's about a couple who is going through a divorce, who is in a way forced to meet up their friends at a vacation home, if I'm remembering correctly, or somebody owns the home, somebody's parents or family members owns that home. So this couple is going through a divorce. All of their friends do not know about this divorce, so they're basically pretending they're fine, they're pretending that they're together, they're pretending that they're happy. And yeah, so we find out how that really doesn't work. So next up we have Funny Story by Emily Henry. I feel like out of this one and Happy Place, this one was my favorite. I love this book. I don't know what it is about reading books about librarians in specific, but I find it so comforting. I have a really close friend who is a librarian. So while I was reading this book, I was just thinking about her in so many ways. And I really enjoyed that. Although it's about two people who are both going through really tough separations. I believe Daphne was engaged and Miles was in a serious relationship, and their significant others got together. So that's how Miles and Daphne ended up in the same apartment. It was a very fun book. I feel like, although again, there's some more not serious topics, but it's not all rainbows and butterflies neither, which is a good mix. Very, very good read. I feel like, again, Not a lot of those last year, so I was happy for those two. And then next up, we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I love this book. This is unlike anything I've ever read, I guess. It's about a girl, Addie, who was born in France in 1714. She's essentially like forced to marry this man who is a widower, and she just does not want that to be her life. She wanted to experience more out of life than just being a wife, and taking care of kids. So I feel like Addie was a very relatable character. I also feel like the story was just very unique. There's this part in the book that I do want to read, where Addie says, "I do not want to die as I've lived, which is no life at all." And it's a line that I think it's synonymous to what the story is or what's going to happen to her life. So yeah, this one was a really good one, and I really recommend it. If you enjoy historical fiction, if you enjoy fantasy, this is like a mixture of both. So I really recommend this one, and yeah, it was a really good one. And then next up, we have the Part of Your World series by Abby Jimenez. I enjoy the books. I listened to the audio for all of them. I did listen to a lot of audiobooks this past year, specifically like romance audiobooks, which is why I can't even fathom picking up a romance book right now. I just feel like maybe like it reminds me of like that really shitty year, or I'm just not like that into it anymore, or maybe it's just like right now I'm just not into it. I don't know what it is, but I just cannot even think about picking up a specifically like romance book. Like romantasy, different, but yeah, I just can't. I can't do romance right now. I really enjoyed Yours Truly, which was a story about, I believe she was a nurse or a doctor who falls in love with a doctor. I loved how Jacob, the romantic interest, was just awkward and had anxiety. I really enjoy reading about a man who has those things. I don't know what that says about me, but it was a really good read. It was really fun. It was fast, and it was what I needed at the time. So highly, highly recommend that series, but specifically that book, Yours Truly. And then next up, to no one's surprise, we have Fourth Wing. We have Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I became a Fourth Wing fan this past year. I loved it. I'm sorry. I feel like there's a lot of haters out there, but there's a lot of fans of the series. I don't have Fourth Wing. I listened to the audio. I used my first like free credit for Spotify on Fourth Wing, and then I paid for the rest. I think it's only like 10 hours, which is a lot, but it's only 10 hours. And I wanted to finish the book, so I purchased extra hours or extra listening time because I had to finish it. And then shortly after, I picked up Iron Flame. Loved it as well. I would say I enjoyed Fourth Wing a little bit more than Iron Flame, but overall, I love the series. I do have the new book, Onyx Storm, and it's sitting in my shelf right now. I am procrastinating, honestly, because I feel like I've heard so many not so great things about that third book, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous I'm not gonna like it, and I'm nervous that I'm not gonna want to finish the series. And there's gonna be 5 books in the series, and this will be the third one, so I want to finish the series. And at some point, maybe next month, I'll read Onyx Storm, not sure. But yeah, this series really got me through a lot this past year, and I am forever grateful. I love Xaden, violence, cringy, but I kind of like it. I know that might be a little hot take for you, but I enjoy violence. I really love the characters. Hi guys, Editing Mel here. I apparently thought that everyone has read Fourth Wing before or has heard of Fourth Wing, I feel like there's a lot of videos on YouTube about Fourth Wing. So I guess I just assumed everyone has heard about Fourth Wing. So I just wanted to hop in here real quick just to add a couple things about the series so far. So I would definitely say that Fourth Wing is a mixture of Divergent, like the Divergent series, and a little bit of Harry Potter as well, sprinkle in some dragons, and that is Fourth Wing. So it took me a while to even like hear about the series or like want to read it. But once I started reading the book, the first one, Fourth Wing, it just reminded me of Divergent. And I'm like, I wish someone would have described it as Divergent because that would have sold me so quickly. So yeah, I just wanted to add that part just in case you're on the fence about reading Fourth Wing. I know it's really popular. I know people tend to not want to read really popular series because most of the time they're a little overhyped. But for me personally, I loved Fourth Wing, and yeah, it's Divergent, Harry Potter with some dragons. So yeah, let's go back to the video. The storytelling, the world building, I feel like it was easy for me to keep up with it. For people who read romance, I feel like they would really enjoy Fourth Wing. She's thick, but when I tell you I read this book so quickly, also Fourth Wing, I couldn't believe how quickly I was able to get through this because it was just that good. We have come to an end. We are here. I ran out of matcha this morning and I need caffeine. It's the morning. I don't have caffeine. I was about to say coffee, but it's not coffee, it's caffeine. See, like that's how much caffeine I need. I've been trying to drink this water behind me, but it's just not doing it for me. So I'm gonna get ready, head on out, get some coffee, some tea, some something. Maybe like a chai. I feel like I'm also in the mood for like a dirty chai, maybe. Who knows? We'll see because I am really sleepy. I am currently reading heavy. This is a used copy. I picked up a little bit more than a year ago. There are a lot of tabs, annotations, highlights. Like whoever had this book before, like really, really went to town, which I understand because I've read the first chapter, I believe, and those 10 pages were amazing. He's talking about his mom. I'm gonna like, as I move through it, remove some of these tabs because like that's a lot. I put my own here. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So I'm gonna grab this book. We're gonna go to a coffee shop. I might stop by a bookstore at some point, maybe. So I'm gonna try my very best to like just bring you guys along today and make it more of like a vloggy style video. And I hope you enjoy it. So let's go get some caffeine. Let's go get some treats. Let's go get some food. And we'll see what else we get to today. So thank you for being here, and I will see you on the next clip. I thrifted these pants last week, and they are cute. The color is good. I feel like the color, I don't have anything this color, and I like them. What else are you, oh, actually, I'm taking this book. We're gonna hopefully read some. Still in the beginning. So we're gonna take this book, my reading journal, my little pencil case, take some notes, water bottle. I'm gonna go put on my shoes now and we're gonna head out.